So what's the best iPhone 7 X-Doria case? In my opinion, the X-Doria Defense Lux is the best case out of the lot, and for good reason, as it handles well, is tough, and is the fanciest case out of this entire lineup. The Defense Edge is a thin aluminum bumper, which reminds me a lot of Thanotech's K11 Bumper. The Defense Gear is a unique looking case, and the Engage Folio is an incredibly slim 2-card wallet case or folio case. It cannot be both, and elaborate on why. And last but not least, the Defense Shield has an aluminum bumper that prevents iPhone from bending, and has a clear back. In general, the design of X-Doria's products are quite unique, and they incorporate like metal. This one, the Defense Shield has an aluminum bumper, the Defense Gear has a metal back to it, the Lux has an aluminum bumper to it, and I personally am a big fan of metal, so seeing products that incorporate, TPU and metal is pretty awesome. X-Doria products are actually very reasonably priced, especially when compared to similar products. For example, the UAG Monarch, which is a similar case to the Defense Lux, is almost twice as much. Now, in terms of score, the average iPhone 7 case gets a score of 3.7, which means the Defense Lux and the Gear are above average cases at 3.8. The Defense Edge gets a score of 3.4, and the Engage Folio gets a score of 3.6. The only case that falls right on 3.7 A's out of 5 is the Defense Shield. Now, oddly enough, the only case that breaks into any top 10 list for iPhone 7 cases is the Engage Folio, because it's so thin in terms of wallet cases. Now check out my site for all my other top 10 guides for the iPhone 7 and 7 Plus.
Real usage, real reviews. Mobile Reviews A.ca.
At Mobile Reviews A.ca, we base everything, and I mean Monty and I, we base everything we do on actual usage. So we'll spend months and months and months using these products just so that we can figure out what's good about them and what's bad about them. Like this one has a bit of give to it. We rate each product in a consistent manner, and well, we do this in order to help us figure out what's actually different out of all the hundreds of cases that we've used. If there's a drop rated sign on the packaging, well, you can bet money on it that we're gonna drop an iPhone in this product. So Monty, which product should we review first? You're no help at all. Let's go do the Engage Folio, which is a tight-fitting case but has a major flaw to it. You either use that as a folio case or a 2-card wallet case. It kind of can't be both. There isn't any given the folio, so adding 2 normal cards to the cover will result in the magnetic cover not attaching to the case. Even a thick screen protector and a singular card is going to cause an issue with this product, which blows my mind. How does this even happen? The iPhone sits in a clear back case, which isn't raised, so it's going to scratch over time and it will show fingerprints very easily. The iPhone is actually more exposed than other cases, as the bottom of the iPhone isn't protected at all and the sleep button isn't covered. Now, with all that negativity out of the way, I really do like the low profile of the folio. If you figure out the right combination of cards to put into the folio and still have the magnetic latch to work, you're going to be very happy with this case. The folio also swings around the case and the magnetic latch attaches to the back of the case, which makes the entire setup feel a little more solid, especially when compared to the Urban Armor Gear Metropolis. Now onto the Defense Edge, which looks like a Thanotech iPhone 6 K11. It's pretty much a clone. Now, I've heard rumblings about somebody copying somebody else's design, but I'll just kind of leave it there. The bumper is actually very unique, as it's aluminum that's fused with TPU. But unlike the updated Thanotech K11 bumper for the iPhone 7, the Defense Edge doesn't provide much screen protection. In fact, the Defense Edge doesn't handle as well as the updated bumper. And the packaging for this product doesn't indicate any level of drop protection. But based on our experience with the K11 bumper, we were pretty sure that this thing can probably take a 6-foot corner drop. Now, the standout feature for this product is being able to add a bit of drop protection for the corners of your iPhone while maintaining the thinness and the sleekness. Now, it doesn't add a lot of bulk, so your iPhone 7 Plus is still going to be very usable with one hand with this product, even though it is a little slicker, especially when compared to other products. The last thing I'll talk about for the Defense Edge is that the cutouts for the speaker grill are kind of sharp, which is odd to me. On to the Defense Gear. The one thing I like about the Defense Gear is the design of the back. The gold case with a black iPhone in it kind of reminds me of a transformer for some odd reason. The buttons on the case are large and easy to press. The Defense Gear handles the best out of all the X-Doria cases I've used. There is enough texture on the case that one-handed usage is very nice, but there isn't too much texture to prevent you from pulling out your pant pockets. The back of the case has a bit of metal to it, which is nice, but that increases the wear and tear of the product. The scratch on the case showed up after a day of general usage. The edges of the case are higher than the average iPhone 7 case, so they will be very noticeable. And if you're a tight gripper on your iPhone, you're going to notice that the case has a bit of give, as you saw at the beginning of the video. On to the Defense Shield. And the Defense Shield is kind of this blend between the Defense Edge and like this Defense Gear. And really the standout feature is that if you're afraid that your iPhone 7 is going to bend, well, get this case, because this aluminum bumper is definitely going to prevent your butt from bending this your $1,000 iPhone in your back pocket. The aluminum edges of the case are quite slick, but the TPU is thicker than the metal bumper, which improves the handling of the shield. The case is clear and won't erupt in a blazing array of scratches as it is raised, though fingerprinting is still going to be an issue. My only gripe with this product is that it will show wear and tear quicker if you're dropping on concrete. If you want to see the drop in full details, do check out my iPhone 6 full review. On to the Defense Lux, which is the fanciest, toughest case out of this entire grouping that I'm reviewing. I would put it up there with the Urban Armory Gear Monarch, even though it doesn't share the same score. The biggest difference between these two products is really the drop protection and the number of materials found on the case. Installing the iPhone in the Defense Lux is unique as you have to latch the iPhone into the case. The aluminum bumper will add to the bend protection of the Defense Lux, and like the Defense Shield, the TPU extends past the aluminum bumper, which improves the handling of the iPhone in the case. Now, the build quality of the Lux is top-notch in my opinion. Everything just fits so well together, and so there's all these different materials, like there's this kind of carbon fiber back to it, and it's funny to me because the Defense Edge has sharp cutouts at the bottom. The Defense Lux doesn't, so it's like, I don't know why that is, but this product is way better than actually all these products that I've got in front of me. The carbon fiber back will keep the iPhone from sliding around, which is a big deal for me anyways. Now, the biggest downside of the Defense Lux is the size. The iPhone 7 Plus in the case is quite bulky and is almost unusable with one hand. The edges of the case, like the Defense Gear, are quite high and are very noticeable. So again, what is the best X-Doria iPhone 7 case? The Defense Lux. A lot of people ask me what's my day-to-day case, and I don't have a day-to-day case because I'll be using whatever product I'm reviewing. But I always have a tendency to default back to the Defense Lux. So if you've got a spare, $40 sitting around, this is a good case to have in your circulation. So if this video was helpful to you, consider getting your products through my links, as X-Doria did not spend any time or effort in helping me do this review. I had to buy all these cases, and well, I don't know what to do with all of them. They just kind of sit in the basement collecting dust. Questions, comments, leave them down below. That's kind of all I got. Thanks for watching.